Hey, everybody. Welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night. Using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colleen Barrett Reed. Colette Barrett Reed. So, if you missed it, I'm a little off this week. Uh, my own fault, but bear with me. So, today we have Happy Happy. And I think, oh my gosh, is that not what we all want to be? Is just happy, happy. And I love these cards for the imagery. She is happy, happy. And she's sitting on an egg. And we had that symbolism earlier in the week with the two owls sitting on the egg. And the egg is just opportunity. It is blessings. It is your desires, dreams fulfilled, waiting to hatch. She's sitting on that egg and she has a rainbow pouring into her. And it's just a beautiful energy coming off the card. And we desire that in our lives, right? That's what we strive for. And this is just a reminder that it's within us to create it. We're trying to hatch that egg. We're sitting on that egg trying to bring it to fruition. And I think the problem that we run into is that we look at it as over there. Happy is over there, or I'll be happy when. And we put it away from us. We actually, in our mind, hold happiness over there. I'll be happy when I get a boat. I'll be happy when the kids are grown. I'll be happy when I'm married. I'll be happy when I get that job, buy that car. It's over there. It's never here. Why can't we be happy here? Part of the reason we can't be happy here is because we always want more. We're always going to want more. And typically, when we get the thing that we want, the thing that we desire, it stops being special. Now it's just, we have it. We're no longer grateful for it. You know how quickly we bounce from one thing to another? And what, when you look around yourself right now, look at your life, look at the things that you have that several years ago you couldn't wait to have. You couldn't wait to be in that position, have that house, have that job, have that car. You couldn't wait to have kids. You couldn't wait to get married. Now you want to punch your spouse in the face. The kids are driving you nuts. The car is just a pain in the ass and it needs an oil change. The house, you know what? If I have to vacuum one more time, you see where I'm going with this? It's our perspective. It's our perspective. We could be happy, happy sitting in the middle of a field with nothing. As a matter of fact, we might be happier uh, because so much of our wants and so much of what we base our happiness on is material, material things. And those things that we think will make us happy also take our energy. Because if you have a big house, you want a big house. I wish we had a four-bedroom house. Okay. Do you wish you could clean a four-bedroom house? Because that's part of it. Personally, I like a small house because think about how much of your house you actually use. Usually you have all this extra space, all this extra furniture. You don't even use it, but you got to heat it, cool it, clean it, maintain it. You got to repair it. You got to insure it. You got to pay taxes on it. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But the more shit we obtain in the pursuit of happiness, the more our shit owns us. And it's really hard to be happy when your schedule is so full because you have to work overtime to be able to pay for the shit that you have, that you have to clean, you have to maintain, you have to take care of. It takes your energy, it takes your time, it takes your money, it takes. Can we just simplify a little bit? What would it really take for you to be happy? Because as souls, without our ego, without that ego-based desire to have or to give off a certain image, if we go right to the soul level, what we really desire to be happy, love, fulfillment, purpose, growth, those are all free. They're free. And that will bring you more happiness than that house, that car, that thing, that job, that blah, 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 blah. Happiness isn't over there, it's in here. That's right, you already have it. You already have it within you, but you're looking for it out there. And I've explained before, and I was this person too. So don't think I'm preaching from a pedestal. Not at all. Absolutely not. Every bit of wisdom I've gained is by trudging through the deepest shit, getting covered in it, rolling in it, and then figuring out why. Why am I here? How do I get this off of me? But when we put happiness outside of ourselves, it's not obtainable. It's over there. It's next year. It's when I retire. It's out of reach. When we realize that everything we truly need and desire to be happy, we already have. And if you're saying, I don't have love, well, then take the time to love yourself a little bit. It doesn't have to come from outside of you. Neither does happiness. Part of it is a choice in how we view things. Part of it is just our perspective. Because what was it? It's the Friday video, the random shit evening video about maintenance. Life requires maintenance. Uh, damn, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, loving yourself. Love is within you. Give love to you. You don't have to get it out there from someone else. Give it to you. And you're going to actually attract much more happiness to you from outside of you once you realize it's inside of you. Like attracts like. Remember that energetic magnetic pull. We already have it. We have to choose it. We have to choose it. We delay our happiness thinking that our outside environment, our circumstances determine whether or not we can be happy. That is not true. Thermostat, not the thermometer. We set the tone. We set the temperature. We are capable of choosing happiness at any time. We are not programmed to choose happiness. We are programmed to look around us and go, of course I'm unhappy. Look at this. Oh my God. Perspective. Or, wow, there's some crazy shit going on. Sometimes, if you can stop just for a moment and imagine viewing it from outside, it's actually humorous. I mean, the shit show that we have had going on here with the animals, the surgery, all this other stuff. Honestly, if we had a video of some of the crazy stuff that has happened over the last few days, it would be funny to watch. In the moment, not so much. But again, it's perspective. And it's also keeping in mind that nothing is permanent. Do not throw away your happiness based on a temporary situation. Choose happiness. At least choose to be positive and understand that our outside circumstances do not have to determine our state of mind. And this takes work. It takes time. It takes practice because that's how we form habits. That's how our brain forms connections. If we have a lifetime of negative thinking, it doesn't just flip overnight. There's some stuff that has to happen up here. You have to rewire. And rewiring takes time, but it's like anything else. You spent a whole lot of time forming that bad habit, right? Consistently, daily. You thought negatively. Well, then it's going to take some time of consistently, daily redirecting those thoughts before your neural pathways change. But once they do change, you're going to default to the new programming, the new wiring. And that's something that it takes discipline. It's an investment in yourself that is truly worth it. If you want to be happy, happy, it starts here, not out there, not with a new boat, not with a new house, not when the kids are grown, not tomorrow. In the present moment, today, with the choices you make, the thoughts you think, beliefs are just thoughts we continue to think. Changing your belief system is not that complicated. It really isn't. However, it does require commitment and consistency. And I go into detail in that in the Get Your Shit Together book, different practices that you can use, different little things that make it easier to be more consistent, to stay committed, because it's exhausting. It is exhausting when we do not stay on top of our thoughts. They run around like a cranky toddler. And in the book, I use the analogy of a drunk monkey because it's often referred to as the monkey brain. And it really does act like it's drunk. It makes very poor choices. It goes with the path of least resistance, which is our pre programmed negative thinking. So choose happiness. Choose happiness because life was meant to be happy. We can get down about things. And sometimes we need to get down about things to recognize how uncomfortable we are in the reality we've created thus far. That's what motivates us to change is that discomfort. As long as we're comfortable, we're gonna just roll with it. We're like, it's not that bad. But if you really want to experience happiness and joy, and honestly, happy all the time, unless you're a clown, that's not realistic. Contentment. If you can maintain a state of being content, that's priceless and it's free and it starts in here. Okay. Everything is already within you. The things that you truly need on a soul level to feel content, happy, joyful, grateful are free and you come with them already installed. It's factory parts. We just have to figure out how they work. So I'm plugging the book this week, guys. I'm sorry. It's a thing. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it would help. There is a link in the description box below for Get Your Shit Together, and it's the link to Amazon. It's got the ebook, paperback, and audio. So if you hate reading and you want to listen instead, get the audiobook. I think they're running a special on it this week anyway. So there's a lot in there that will help you to really get a new perspective on how to create the life you desire. Don't just accept what you have in front of you and decide that it's not what you want and you'll be happy next week, next year, when you retire. Because God knows, if you live in the United States, they take out full Social Security every year that you work. We're going to have to work until we're 115 years old to get full retirement benefits. What kind of deal is that? Anyway, I'm on my kick again. I warned everybody it's tax season, so it's like here in my head, but I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you soon.